Hey folks, my name is Corp Cosplay, and today we are going to be talking all about what it's really like to be a cosplayer at Comic Con. If you don't know, my name's Corp Cosplay. I'm a cosplayer in the Southern Ontario area. I've been cosplaying for about 10 years. I've been going to cons for 15 years. I've been a guest at cons. I've won awards and a whole bunch of other stuff. Today's topic is talking about what it's really like to be a cosplayer at Comic-Con. Now, a lot of people are starting to get into cosplay. There's a ton of people I see online who's their first year doing cosplay, and I'm so excited to see that cosplay is still growing after all these years. However, they may not know what it's actually like to go to Comic-Con as a cosplayer. So the first thing I want to talk about is the prep before the con. This is the calm before the storm. This is one of the most important parts of a cosplayer's weekend going to cons because they need to make sure to pack everything. That can be very daunting if you've never done it before. You want to make sure you have the entire cosplay. I've gone halfway to a con and realized I left half the cosplay at home. You want to make sure you have all of your makeup. You want to make sure you have all of the wig stuff you might need, any hair stuff. It'd be good to bring a kit with you just in case there's repairs. That is another big one. If you were going to Comic-Con as a cosplayer, I highly recommend that you check your cosplay about a week or 2 weeks before the con. Do not pull it out the night of the con. That is a problem because cosplays change a bit when they've been in storage for a while. If you built your cosplay and it's been tucked away for a while, you want to make sure to bring that thing out, make sure it still fits, make sure there's nothing been torn, nothing been pulled, make sure it still feels good and you're able to move in it, because the last thing you want to do is wake up the morning of the con and something be wrong. Now we're going to talk about going to the convention and the attention you get in your cosplays. I love it most of the time. And that comes with 99% of things in the world. Not everything is perfect, and the attention you get at Comic-Con from your cosplay is great most of the time. It's great to have people come up to you. It's great to have people compliment your cosplay. It's great to have people want to get photos with you and talk about your cosplay. One of the coolest interactions you could have as any character is having a little kid walk up to you and believe that you are that character. I've had it a couple times. My wife, who cosplays sometimes, she's had it a couple times. It is a cool experience, to say the least. However, as I said, there are some times where that attention is unwanted. There are some people who unfortunately will give you unwanted attention. I have heard from several cosplayers who have people who will follow them to inappropriate places like washrooms and possibly back to their hotels and stuff like that. That is wrong. If you're someone that does that, please stop. I've seen tons of bad photos, and I don't mean bad photos like they posed wrong. If someone is doing something else, not really in cosplay, like they're in cosplay, but if they're eating, or if they're talking to someone else, or if they're busy in the middle of something, don't take a photo of them, don't take video of them. We're in cosplay. We totally understand that there are people wanting our photos and are going to come up and ask us. Just ask. We are 99.999% cool with you coming up to us, somehow getting our attention, not physically touching because you don't know how strong the cosplay is or where people want to be touched. So get our attention somehow and ask if you could take a photo or a video. We're probably going to say yes. So most of the attention is good. There's some that's bad, but mostly it is a lot of fun as a cosplayer. Now, something you probably do not think about as a cosplayer until you get to a con. Heat is a thing, and that doesn't matter if it's the middle of July or the middle of December. Whether it's cold outside or warm outside, inside a convention, it is probably going to be warm, and heat is a thing, and exhaustion becomes a thing. Exhaustion happens very easy as a cosplayer. It doesn't matter if you're at a big cosplay or a small cosplay. I have had panic attacks because of heat exhaustion in a skin-tight Zentai suit, which is probably the most breathable cosplay I own, because the room just gets so hot. So, if you are going to cosplay at a Comic-Con, Try your best to stay cool, whether that's wearing, as light of materials as you can if you make or build your cosplay. Always have a bottle of water around you in some capacity, because man, you are going to get warm and sweaty, and it's kind of gross, but it's fun, but it's kind of gross. We're all going through it together. So do your best to stay cool, because the heat exhaustion does become a thing, and it becomes very difficult to enjoy a con if you're uncomfortable. Now, people always ask me, what is the best part of cosplaying at a Comic Con? Other cosplayers. Seriously, that is the most fun, is meeting other cosplayers. Seeing other people cosplay the same thing you are, because that means they're a fan of the character probably, and you're a fan of the character, you both have the same interests, become friends possibly. Seeing other people do amazing techniques, amazing cosplays of things that you've never seen before, going up and asking them, hey, what's this? How did you build that? Where did you get that? That is one of the most fun parts. People call it networking. I just call, relating. Like, we're all cosplayers, and that's one of the best parts, is being able to see some of the people that you may never see any other time of year, or going there and seeing some people do some crazy weird stuff with them, with some weird materials that you're like, I never thought of doing stuff like that. So the community vibes are amazing. I love that part of it, and it is one of the best parts of going to Comic Con. And why is it still fun after almost 10 years of cosplaying? Honestly, because of the people. The cosplayers, the fans, the just going around seeing everybody. It is such a fun community. And it's hilarious that there are some people in this world who still have never been to a Comic Con. Fan Expo Canada gets over 100,000 people every year, and there are a lot of people that I know who are like, I've never been there. And I'm like, how have you never been to Comic Con once? So having new people join Comic Con and seeing all these cosplayers for the first time, and getting new cosplayers in every year talking about all these cool new things that are coming around, new fandoms that are coming in, and seeing how they're going to modify and change the world of cosplay. It is such an evolving and fun world that I don't think it's ever going to stop, and it's so great to be a part of. I love this fandom. It is a thing that has become part of my life, and I absolutely wouldn't trade it for any other fandom. So that's what it's like going to Comic Con as a cosplayer. There are a lot of great things. There's some negative things, but overall, it is a lot of fun, and you should at least do it once. If you've never cosplayed at Comic Con, you should get yourself a cosplay, and you should hang out at Comic Con for at least a day. I can't wait to see what you are going to cosplay next. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to do a whole bunch more of these cosplay videos. My name is Corp Cosplay, and I can't wait to see what you are going to cosplay next.